Hello everyone and welcome back. After an exciting case study on supercharging your data strategy, it is time for another case study on driving innovation in a hybrid workplace. With the changing expectations of external customers and the internal workforce, organizations are struggling with the challenge of driving collaboration and innovation, especially when your workforce is distributed in virtual and physical offices. In this case study, we will explore how Becamex is solving the challenges of driving innovation in a hybrid workplace. Let's hear what are the nuts and bolts of building digital collaboration platforms for the distributed workforce and how asynchronous and synchronous ways of communication could be effectively used for collaboration. To present this session, it's a privilege to have with us Dr. Tuan Anh Pham, Group CIO for Becamex. Dr. Tuan is currently working as Group CIO, Founder and Director of Smart Manufacturing Innovation Center, Director of Becamex Smart City Project, and Executive Assistant to the Chairman of Becamex IDC Corporation, the leading industrial infrastructure development in Vietnam. He loves to inspire and be inspired with specialist knowledge. So before I pass it on to Dr. Tuan, I would request our audience to keep sharing your thoughts, comments, and reflections in the chat box next to the screen. Every comment makes you earn some points, so keep sharing and keep earning maximum points. Person with the maximum leaderboard points is going to win some exciting prizes. So without any further ado, let me pass the screen to Dr. Tuan. Over to you, Dr. Tuan.
Thank you, Sasi, and hello, everyone. Okay, let me switch my screen. Okay, first one, I would like to thank the Economic Time and others that have invited me to be the speaker for this session. My topic, I will talking about the driving innovation in a hybrid workplace and how did we have to implement it in the Becamex in Vietnam. The content of my presentation is about digital transformation in an organization because we cannot develop a hybrid workplace without a digital transformation strategy. And what has been changed the world and why we need to develop our own hybrid workplace to be to adapt with the changing of the world. And what kind of technology we have applied in Becamex to build a hybrid workplace, and I will talk about the hybrid workplace of Becamex platforms. Okay, so let me start with the Leavitt diamond model. Because talking about an organization, he defined four pillars: the people, structure, and past, and technology. So in order to develop a working place, we need to consider the pillar about structure, the hierarchy, the coordination, the communication, the working relationships. And we need to consider also about the processes, the role, the tasks, and even for how do we distribute the tasks and manage the tasks to our employees? And another pillar is about the technology. How do we apply the technology to facilitate the performance of tasks and also to control and manage our employee and the people? The most important pillar is the people. How do we encourage it? How do we control? How do we manage and to ensure that our employees to have efficiency, to ensure their productivity and their efficiencies. So from this kind of model, and in Becamex, when I build the digital transformation strategy for Becamex, I learned from this kind of this diamond model. And from that point of view, we need to define the three pillars as a people, technology, and process to develop a digital transformation for an organization. And in Becamex too, we are doing like this. Because the most important pillar is the people who will doing the stuff. Okay, it's very important. And how do we work with how the our organization interact with our people, and the process is how stuff is done, and the technology what we do stuff with it. And you see, that's very important. There are three important pillars for digital for doing the digital transformation for an organization. And as since more than 2 years, the COVID-19 pandemic has happened, and has changing the work, and the people have to stay at home for working because of the lockdown of our society. So and the people and the organization must change their habit, and now many organizations have transformed their workplace into to a hybrid workplace. It means that maybe currently in Becamex, for example, in our organization, we have a 50% employee working at home, and 50% go to the workplace, go to the office. So it means that we define a new concept about the hybrid workplaces. How do we organize our organization to allow our employee to work to do the remote work, and even to come to our office? So, but we will face with a lot of problems. How do we ensure that our employee will working well at home, and how do we interact with them? How do we communicate inside our organization? So that's why we need the digital transformation, and we need a technology platform, a unified platform that allow us to build a hybrid workplace. And we have some analytics from the Slack. Currently, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, in general, 72% organizations have transformed to the hybrid workplace, and in US, the 72 and the same. So we can see that every country have the same view about the transforming to the hybrid workplace. So okay, so because of the COVID-19 and because of the changing of the world, the workplace is rapidly changing. So if we do the digital transformation, and the digital transformation is done to fail unless we cannot empower our employee with a hybrid workplace. It's very important, because with a hybrid workplace, the people will feel free, and they can balance between the life and the work. So in order to develop a hybrid workplace, we need to detect where is our current collaboration solution. Because you're talking about the hybrid workplace is talking about the collaboration solution, a remote collaboration solution to allow our employee to work outside office. So your system is on cloud already or not, or on premise, or only on premise, or in your organization is applying the hybrid architecture. This means that cloud and on premise, and you are not sure. So if you want to develop the hybrid workplace, you need to answer this question. And in Becamex, we are trying migrate our system in our office to cloud since more than 5 years. And because cloud computing is allowed to scale our system, and even we can apply the agile in time management and the cost effective And even we can apply the AI and machine learning to enable the new feature. So, and especially the cloud will allow us to access to our system from everywhere around the world, from around the world. Yeah. And today, only 12% of the organization have fully transitioned to clouds, and it's not enough to work because and more we have a 38% organization is still using the on-premise collaboration. So it's difficult. It's very difficult to us if we want to develop a hybrid workplace platform. If we still deploy our collaboration solution on premise, it is more difficult. So now every organization has the same view that they are trying to migrate their system to cloud. And because hybrid workplace allow us to work outside our office, and it could be a bridge to transform our workplace to the digital workplace. This means that at that time we don't need to open an office, and our employee can work everywhere. And in order to develop a hybrid workplace, we need a hybrid solution. We need an edge system to allow our employee to install in their computer and to reset and trying to manage everything at the edge. And we need also a control hub to unlock the power of platform and for easy to use experience for the IT. It's very important because for IT help desk, they need to have a control hub to help them to migrate the system from the user and from the office to cloud. And we need also hybrid services to integrate our existing infrastructure with the cloud. So the key point is we need to migrate our on-premise system to the cloud. And because of the reason why we need to migrate to cloud, because the cloud computing allows us to build a distributed team and to allow them to communicate to each other from everywhere. And even though cloud computing allows us is very safe, we secure, protect user and protect the content of everyone. And we can access to the resource real time. We can apply the intelligent function easily, and especially every organization want to be transformed to data-driven businesses. So with the cloud computing platform, we can access inside our data and analyze our data to get the knowledge to optimize our organization. And especially the cloud platform will allow us to build an open platform to allow our system to be integrated to other system easily. It's very important. So, and in order to optimize the system, we need a system too. For example, when our employee working at home, they need an application for the meeting, for calling, and even it must be a cloud platform. It could be installed on the desktop, on the mobile phone, and something like that. And it could be contacted, could be a contact center. And they did for the meeting. We need an on because in order to migrate on-premise system to cloud, we need a transition phase. This means that we can use on-premise and we can use cloud at the same time, because it's difficult to migrate everything to the cloud in short time. So the edge services will be a bridge between the on-premise on-premise system to the cloud system. And this is a platform to allow us to build a hybrid workplace. Uh, we should use a single platform and unified platform to allow have a very to manage our data and to manage the activity of our employee in one on one unified platforms, including the messaging service, calling service, meeting service, team, device, and even the business application integration to allow us to integrate our existing system to this platform. And and because the reason why we need a unified platform, because that platform could be a global platform, must be a global platform, and allow the user to have a unified experience across all devices. Because this platform must be a cross platform. Yeah. And it could be integrated with device, phone, room, and flexible migration, cloud, edge, or hybrid. And it must be an open platform to allow the system to be integrated to other applications. And we need a control hardware to upgrade it, including the cognitive collaboration, messaging, common identity, security, network analytics, the iOS and client framework, something like that. And in Becamex, we are applying this architecture. We are using a single sign-on and on with the Microsoft Azure. We use only Microsoft Azure with the messaging, the Microsoft team, calling with Microsoft team and Office 365. And the core of our hybrid corporate is an e-office and an approval workflow. And with the KPI, because in order to ensure our process and our workflow are working well, we need approval workflow, because it's allowed to operate our organization remotely. And with the Microsoft Azure, it's flexible, allowed to migrate flexible migration to the cloud, and it could be integrated to our existing application easily. And you know what? In Vietnam, and not only in Vietnam, in the world, the COVID-19 could be a power has been pushing everything faster, and COVID-19 pandemic is one of the most reason to ask every organization to transform their workplace to the hybrid workplace. So in Becamex, we define a 6 stages to transform to the hybrid workplace, because of COVID-19 as the background. First step, we close our office. And after that, when the mandatory working from home, and after that, when everyone has become more familiar with working from home, we will encourage them to working from home strongly. And up to the COVID-19 gets better, we have been doing the soft opening and open with some restrictions. And after that, we open office and allow the people 50% employee working from home and 50% come to the office. So because in order to transform, we need to consider not only about technology, but also about the people. They cannot change their habit in a short time. So that's the reason why we define 6 steps to transform our workplace to be to become a hybrid workplace. So thank you for the attention. So I hope that the Becamex could be a good case study for you to start to transform your workplace to become a hybrid workplace. Thank you very much.
Now that was truly insightful. Thank you so much, Dr. Tuan, for joining us today and sharing some of the best practices from Becamex. I'm sure our audience had a lot of takeaways from the session. Thank you once again. And now it's time to move to our next CIO panel on business continuity planning and digital business acceleration. So see you all there. Thank you.